Okay, and we're back again for what should be the last in this series of Orcs Must Die 2, the tower level from up to wave 50. I should complete wave 50, at which point I will stop and end this, and because you can't save the game, I won't be able to continue once I've stopped. So that will be it. But hopefully you've seen how I do this, and you can, if you're interested enough, you can take it to the further degree and follow the principle or find your own way of doing this, such that you can get a higher score as you want by making all your traps and your placements to such a degree that they can't beat you. All you got to do is expand on the principle I've used up to this point, be more careful than I have, and not let something through. And in the early 40 waves, when you really should be paying more attention, which I didn't, and basically have fun. But that's all I was intending to show you, was up to wave 50, because after wave 50 there's nothing new that happens. There's just different waves and more mountain trolls, and everything becomes slightly harder to kill, and it just takes more time and effort. But once you've got everything set up, then again, so you can just turn it off or walk away and come back and find that you still haven't lost. Let's do that and that just because I can. And there's a couple of these guys down here, so we'll take care of them. I'm not quite sure what they're called. Oh, Cyclops Mage, there you go. I couldn't remember the name of them. Just collect a bit more cash. For no particular reason apart from I want some. Because I like money. Money is good. Yeah, I've got 2600. So I can either do more teleporters. I'll do a couple of more teleporters. And this was the setup I was trying to explain. The teleporter there. I normally put a teleporter out here as well, just in case somebody walks round the outside. Occasionally they do. But then teleporter on that corner, and then another one there. Then tar traps in between. But it's just a matter of then personal choice of where you put the teleporters. But once you've got enough teleporters, that's what stops you from losing. Some people, there's a spell with a mushroom looking thing that some people use a lot of, which so the first thing that runs into it comes on your side and so it attacks the other monsters, but it seems to be a lot weaker. But you can use a lot of them instead as a way of stopping other monsters. I've tried it on this level. It doesn't work as effectively as teleporters when I've tried it, but it doesn't mean I've done it right. But the actual monetary cost of doing it is the same using that spell as it is using a teleporter. So you can do it that way. I saw a video on YouTube of somebody that, I can't remember what level they got to, was it 1000 or something, on one of the levels, which is not this one, by using that trap. And again, it's personal choice, personal preference, how you play the game, which traps you like, which traps you think are most effective. This is just the format that worked for me and continues to work for me when I play this level. I haven't in a long time lost this level. So I've given up a lot after I've got bored, or at a certain point on my left finger has got too sore to keep hitting the left mouse button, but I haven't lost. There's famous last words as I'm on wave 47 planning to get to wave 50 and they're charging up the stairs and right at me. think I've got enough of them. That should have slowed them down enough. Because by the time they get back up here, the traps that are the teleporters that have been used should have reset. There they go. They're starting to reset now. They're not long to reset themselves back, teleporters, which is why I use them a lot. So even though you can see a mass of them coming up the stairs, they're being hit by traps on the way, and if I put a bit of lightning in the way as well, it should slow them down or kill enough of them that I should have enough teleporters. And if I think I'm in trouble, I'll hit 0 when they're getting closer to me, and it will immediately reset all the teleporters back to being active. But it doesn't look like I'm going to need to. Tempt this guy into this teleporter. And again, as you see, the teleporters at the top of the stairs have reset by the time I need them. You come to this one. Okay, go on that one then. Really not bothered which teleporter you choose to get hit by. And now it's killed pretty much everything that was annoying. I can come down here and put lightning in the way and hurt these mountain trolls. I don't have enough mana for more lightning yet. But between the lightning there, the fire traps, the arrow traps, and me occasionally firing when the lag isn't getting too bad. Yeah. As I mentioned, if you listen to my Cook Serve Delicious series, this PC is dying, so it has enough problems that it's going to get replaced in the next few weeks. So hopefully the new wonderful souped up PC I choose when I finally get around to deciding which one I want won't have this problem if I play this game again, and I will have lagless problems, and I could set this up and get it to run for days on end on a new PC in theory. Naturally, because it's on Steam, you can only run your Steam account on one thing, but I could start it offline on another PC and play something else like Football Manager to occupy the time while one PC is occupied. I could find some way of doing it, or some way of keeping myself occupied. I'd go back and play StarCraft, the original version, the game I actually really like. But it could be done. I don't know what the real high scores of this level are anymore, because I'm sure it's a couple of billion of somebody who's got to level 40 and scored a couple of billion by some miracle. They're not saying they could possibly have cheated in any way, shape or form. Yeah, but I could take over the high score by setting up a PC to run for a week on this level. But why would I? Where's the fun in that? Where's the enjoyment I'm meant to get out of that? Hence, I wouldn't do it. Not because I couldn't, but because I just wouldn't see the point. Dumpty. So, like I say, as you can see, the levels are starting getting very samey. There's heavy orcs in their dark armor, trolls. So then there'll be gnolls and yetis. There'll be levels with a load of those on them, and that's pretty much. And of course the mountain trolls. Occasional cyclops mages and occasional other cyclops ogres. And occasional other ogres, but for the most part, once you get to this point, it's pretty much the same. Yes, there'll be some levels with a load of earth elementals, but you've seen everything at this point they're going to throw at you. It's just the numbers and the composition of the waves that It's going to vary from this point onwards. And as you can see, it doesn't particularly seem to get much more of a challenge. It's just a matter of how far you now want to take it. I've got enough cash so I can set up a couple of other things to show the principle of what I may have been talking about at some point. Okay, good, that guy died. Right. So this is what I'm talking about, arrow walls on the stairs. You can angle the arrow walls up the stairs like that. I've got them on the ceilings. So what else could I... Oh, I don't have enough to do that, so that might have to wait. Or while we're here, we'll just kill you. And we'll just kill... Oh, never mind. You died anyway. Yeah, I could put some, 3 more floor traps in that gap that troll has just walked across. So maybe fire traps, or if I really felt like it, more tar to slow them down. But I think they're just coming from the bottom level this time. Or while I'm down here. I'll do that. I will do that. There's some more mana. I'll do a number 8 just see if I can get any more cash out of it. There's another mana bottle there. I'll put some more lightning down. And that should be enough lightning for now. Keep them occupied. So that's the arrow wall there. I'd put arrow walls on that wall there, a couple of them there, just like I have done on the lower level, and on that wall there. Put a teleporter on the corner, because they, as I said, the gnolls and the yetis, they run down that lane where I've got the tar, and the teleporters round that corner and straight down this lane all the way to you, which would be standing back there trying to get away from them. Yeah, they, like I say, they always try and take the inside track where possible, if it's the shortest route to you, because that's what they're after. You, they will. That gnoll there will not go through the gate and take away points. He would chase me, and if I jumped down to a lower level, he would turn around and chase me backwards down the tower. He has no interest in going through the gate at the end and taking away points and causing you to lose that way. He's just going to chase you. So there are times you just keep backing away from them, and as I have, there's times when you might think, okay, this is a problem. So you've got gnolls chasing you all the way down here, or yetis all the way down here, so you dive through here, at which point they start running down the stairs towards you, and they get teleported back through that gate. So then you go back up here, through there, and hopefully you've got enough teleporters then back and working that any that are still close to you get teleported out, and you buy yourself some time. A load of little tricks like that. But gnolls and yetis that have been damaged enough they're no longer throwing snowballs are probably the biggest danger to you once you've got to this point. And I really can't think of much else to say beyond that with this. I said I was going to get it to do level 50, so I will do that, because that's what I said I was going to do. After that, I think I've shown everything I wanted to show, and I think I've shown you enough of how to beat this level to go as far as you want to. It's then entirely up to you if you want to beat this level and rack up a huge score, or just see how far you can get. So, well, you want to try a different way of doing it and prove that you found a much better way than I did. Or you can just look at this and go, yeah, I don't want to do that, it looks too much like hard work. Excuse me a second, just having a coughing fit. As you may have noticed, I am extremely nasal. and basically I'm ill, but not badly ill, just ill enough to be annoying. Hence, it probably sounds terrible on the recording, but how can I put this in the nicest possible terms? Tough. I decided to do this, and you decided to listen, and if you got this far, well, you've put up with it up to this point. You've only got another couple of minutes, well, another 5 minutes to put up with it. And if you haven't got to this point, well, you didn't get the base of "I'm sorry, I'm ill" and the explanation, so you're never going to know. Hey, I can morally justify anything. That's actually weird thought. I was having lunch with an old friend today, and we were talking about comparative morality and how some people have a strict moral code based on principles they hold, and some people can morally justify anything. And I'm in the second category. I can morally justify anything. I'm not completely amoral. I hate people that hurt animals, and I would do nothing to hurt animals, apart from those that I'm going to eat. But to quote a guy named Al Murray, who's a British comedian, I've got nothing personal against cows. It's just I'm hungry, and they're meat. So, but most things I can morally justify. Apart from animal cruelty, it's the only thing I probably never would morally justify. There you go. Complete aside as of the absolutely no interest or logic or anything to do with anything I've said up to this point. It just occurred to me. So I said it. And here we go, wave 50. And it's about to be all over. I'm not going to use the 8 key, I'm just going to use the lightning to get this over as fast as possible. Oh, there's a Mr. Moneybags out there somewhere, as I just heard the noise that goes associates with Mr. Moneybags, but really doesn't matter. Oh, no, back up. Grenadier, definitely back up. Oh, that's one of the things you will also notice is things like gnolls, they run past wall arrow traps so fast that the things behind them actually get hurt by the arrows if there's anything close behind them, because by the time the arrows fire, they're past it. So it's one of those little things you have to take into account. Come on, give me enough mana so I can put some lightning up here. Well done. Because I was having lag problems again, and it's definitely the recording software is not helping. And it's not normally this bad by way of lag, this game, even on this PC that's dying. It is, however, noticeably worse than normal for me, but it got me this far without being too bad. So, what more can you ask for? And yeah, we're getting to the point where, oh come on, big stupid troll. Thank you. Right, now we'll reset the traps. The other thing, you don't see when I'm doing that, but when you reset the traps, it resets all the wall arrow traps and any other trap, the type that you would have or could have. So all the wall arrow traps immediately refire, even if they've just fired, if there's something standing in front of them. So resetting the traps is not just for the teleporters, it's for everything, or everything that can be reset. Yeah, so that's quite a useful, I don't know, mechanic or whatever. There's the thing I've got assigned to 0 is for. It can save you a lot of hassle, not just on this level, but on multiple levels in this game. The ability to reset traps just as you need them, or just as you think you're about to get overwhelmed. That's always a curious one. Just again, another aside. You can be overwhelmed, You can be underwhelmed, but you can't just be whelmed. Oh, laws of grammar. I wonder who makes this stuff up. And why can't you just be whelmed? Isn't it enough to be whelmed at some point? Good, one more troll down. I don't have enough lightning. I might be able to damage you enough with just firing it manually. That one's down. I don't have any mana left whatsoever. So traps, do your job. There's those 3 mountain trolls and another 3 mountain trolls. I'm guessing another 2 over there. Yeah, and another Mr. Moneybags and total of 3 over there. Well, I'll freeze you and fire at you. Hopefully knock you down a bit. And we'll freeze both of you and fire at this one. That's one down. Yes, you go to that teleporter. You go through one of these 2 teleporters. I don't count both of them then. Let's get the archers back up so they can do some useful stuff. Yeah, man, get that teleporter so I can collect the cash. Not that I really need it, it just bugs me if I leave it sat there. Now, this guy's about dead anyway. So that's all the trolls coming from that direction. You're about to hit some tar, which will slow you down enough for the lightning to take effect quite well. It's him down. Get some more lightning up. Yes, come on. I don't care which ones of you are killed, just some of you die. Good, that one's dead, and that one's hurt. And that's wave 50. Pretty much now over. There goes Mr. Moneybags. And that's it for this series. Thank you very much for watching. I would say please comment, thumbs up, subscribe as everybody does, but do it, don't do it, whatever makes you feel happy. And I'll see you on some other series or some other game or some other channel. Have fun and enjoy yourselves. Bye.